Alright, so today's video, we're going to be working on the Wrangler here. We're going to replace the ABS sensors. They run right down through here, down into your hub assembly back here. The inner fenders are off of it just because it makes everything easier. We will be putting those back on. I've got a few surprises for the Jeep today. Here's the Grand Am that we replaced the wheel bearings in the last video, but we're gonna get the Wrangler jacked up and get the tires off of it, and I'll start the video back up when we get there. Alright guys, so we got the front end off the ground, got the jack stands on it. Gonna leave the jack just sitting on the axle as a fail safe. Never can be too safe, guys. Don't want to get squished. Alright, we're going to get these tires off and I'll turn the video back on. Alright guys, we got the tires off. Another safety precaution, put your tires under the vehicle as well. So if your jack and jack stands fail, it falls on the tires. Replace a tire, you can't replace a life. Try to be as safe as you can. Alright, so what we're going to be replacing today are these sensors right here. They run all the way around and down into your hub. The connector for it runs up behind the shock mount back here. Let's see if we can get back there so you can see it. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, right here. This connector is what connects that ABS sensor. So now what we got to do is take the caliper and rotor off, and then there's a bolt that holds that sensor in. We'll take it out. So I'm going to go ahead and get the caliper assembly pulled off, get the rotor off. We'll start the video back up. Alright, so we got caliper off. Then after the whole caliper assembly is off, bracket included, just pull that rotor off there, set it down gently. You don't want to bang it around. Now that sensor runs down through your dust shield here and bolts in right there. So all we got to do is unbolt that, undo all the clips for the wiring. It's really easy to do. You just pull them off there, and then we'll unclip it back here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this broke loose. We'll pull it out, string it all out, grab the new one, and we'll put the new one in. Be right back. Alright, so we got the clip unclipped from right back there. There's the other half of the clip. We unstrung it, got it ready. Now we got this bolt loose. We'll go ahead and take that bolt out of there, set it up here on the fender with the rest of them.
You don't need to save your clippy things.
Nope. Alright, now what we're going to do is pull this ABS sensor out of there. So what you want to do is pop it up like that. So you want to pop it up, get some of your wire fed through to the other side. Now I'm not worried about pinching this off or being gentle because this is the old one. So you want to get it twisted around like that, pull it out.
I took mine out to the other side.
Yeah, I know. And then you can just pop it out. Now,
mine looks different.
Yours was replaced once already. Alright, so that's what your ABS sensor looks like. You've got the actual sensor. Get all that crap off there. You've got the actual sensor here and back here. That, can you see down in there, James, with the camera? Can you see that gear inside that hole? It reads that gear and whenever this sensor goes bad, it doesn't read that gear anymore, and it goes off, for your ABS light will stay on. So now what we're going to do, we've got our new one here. I'm going to go ahead and open it up and get it replaced. I still never found my Kershaw.
Yeah. It's in one of these vehicles, I know it is.
That's in the garage somewhere. This is the last place I had it. Whoop. Don't lose your nut. Alright, so
I hope you
if
record
you look,
replacing this.
these sensors are slightly different, but should still work the same. I'm hoping. Alright. This one's got a bigger sensor. And alright, let's see if it fits. We'll just go ahead and just plug it in. Make sure everything's going to line up with it. That's a problem.
What?
We need it to free spool. We need to take it out of four-wheel drive. What you calls that? Don't hit stuff. Alright, so we ran into a snag. The new sensor is significantly different, and it's longer, so whenever you put it down in there, it actually hits the gear. So we can't use it. But whenever I hooked it up to the code reader, it was the passenger side ABS sensor that was causing the light in the dash. But since I was going to be in there replacing it already, I figured I'd just replace all of them. So I'm not going to return that sensor. I'm going to keep it because it does fit the other side. I'm just going to look for this sensor. I don't know if it's going to be an aftermarket or if there's two different sensors, one for the passenger, one for the driver. We will find out though, and I'll go ahead and get it ordered, and then I'll go ahead and change this side. So just a minor setback, nothing too major. Like I say, the light was on because of the passenger side. We also have the rear ABS sensors that we're going to replace. Once I get most of this buttoned up, we'll swing around to the passenger side so you can see what's what over there. But you just got to string all this stuff back across. Make sure it's all clipped in. But for the most part, that's how it works. That's how you replace the sensor. Just wish it would have worked out a little bit better and we could have replaced that with a new one. But wait for that truck to get down the road a little bit. But same concept, whether that's the old one or the new one. You saw how to take it out and put it back. It just takes a little bit of wiggling around and moving and unclipping things, but it's nothing major. Let's run around to the other side. James, what is this garbage that you're listening to?
I don't know, but
Alright, so this here is the new sensor. I mean, it just hooks up just like we did over there on the other side. You can route everything around and it'll clip up behind the shock mount just like the other side. So we'll just go through and you can watch him get everything set up. You keep putting your head in the way.
don't think there's this one.
Beautiful.
Need to get one of these here. One of those clip is broke.
Alright, so that's how you hook it up. All we're going to do is clip it back in the back and plug the connector in, and the front's done. We'll get this all buttoned up and put back together. And I wanted to point out something with my lug nuts for anybody that has issues with wherever you live. A lot of people stealing your wheels and stealing your stuff. If you didn't know, you can buy lug nuts that are keyed. So if you buy these lug nuts, they're keyed specifically to just one socket alone. Makes it a lot harder for somebody to want to try to steal your stuff, because they can't really get it off unless they have that specific socket. So I'm going to go ahead and get this side put back together, get the caliper back on it, get the tire back on it, and drop it down, and we're going to jack up the rear end and get the sensors changed back there. Alright guys, so what I was talking about, see how this socket, let's see if we can get it to focus. See how this socket is keyed? It's the only socket that'll fit these lug nuts. A regular tire iron will not work for these lug nuts. So if you have an issue with people trying to steal your stuff, it might help you out. Not good. Alright, so we're torquing these lug nuts down. Now, the way I do it, it's got all these different size hex heads on the back. Got a socket that fits it. Torque them all down. Now you want to go in a star pattern, you don't want to go down every single lug nut. Got some fun stuff coming on this Jeep here pretty soon. Once we get this job done, we'll be able to start putting the fun stuff on it. Alright guys, that's it for the front. Alright guys, so we got the rear end jacked up. Jack stands on both sides, jack in the center, tires underneath it. Remember guys, you gotta be safe. Alright, so the ABS sensor in the rear is right here. We don't have to take anything else off. All we gotta do is unclip it. And there's an 8mm bolt on the bottom of it down there. Can you see it right there? Focus. Alright, yeah. 8mm bolt right there. So unplug it, loosen the bolt. That ABS sensor will come out. So I'll get everything unclipped and then I'll be right back. Actually, the phone might sit there while we get it all unplugged. Oh, tight squeeze. Hold on, let me grab a screwdriver. I'll be right back. Alright, so here's the rear ABS sensor unplugged. Just get it pulled out.
You're gonna take, it has to come out straight.
Well, your finger's in the way.
I'll go grab with my finger where the nut is and pull it straight back. Oh, fuck, you bastard. Come on. Come on. Almost there. The other one went in just as rough, man.
Snug fit.
Oh, it's more than snug, buddy.
Hopefully it didn't break.
It didn't break. You
All
just
right.
have to wiggle it in and out.
So, here's the rear ABS sensor. As you can see, they're in pretty rough shape. So we'll go ahead and replace it with a brand spanking new one. Alright, so here's the new one. We'll go ahead and get it opened up, start it in there, and turn the video back on. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get this one.
You want to get the camera going back in?
It's already going.
It does feel like you're about ready to break it though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Very tight fit. I was just trying to get some leverage on the back of it there.
Let me see. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, you can feel it going in. Getting it past that little rubber boot there.
It's in all the way.
That's what you got to get past. Once you get it past there, it just pops right in. Change your hand right away, buddy.
Except you're gonna have to use that bolt to pull it the rest of the way in.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Is the hole lined up there?
Yeah. Here, I get you.
Yeah, you're underneath of it.
Brandon. I said. Yeah, the socket has to pull it the rest of the way in.
Here, I got tension on it.
I think it should hold now. Yeah, it does.
Really tight fit down in there. You can barely get a hand in there.
That's what it gets underneath though.
Yeah.
No. Back up there, don't fall off.
Alright, so now we'll get the plug in back up there.
I think it's in there.
Yeah. Alright, that's it. We'll get the tires back on it, get it back on the ground, and I'll hop in it, turn the key on, and see if the light goes out. And bring you guys along with me. Alright guys, so got all the ABS sensors changed. The light's still on. I'm going to drive it around for a little while, see if that takes care of it. If it doesn't take care of it, then we'll look into something else. I still need to replace that driver's side sensor. It was the wrong one. That could even be it. But yeah, that's where we are with it right now. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you later.